World's new update is coming out very soon, but there's some major parts of the update that literally everyone is skimming over. But currently, it feels like someone ran over me with a freaking freight train. Take a guess at what time I woke up this morning. 11:30! Not only did I wake up 3 hours after I normally do, I woke up with half my body wet. And no, I wasn't wet because I made a little pee-pee. It was because I was drooling so much that half my body was covered in my own saliva. Gross stuff, fellas. Regardless, let's talk about the new update. So, something that's pretty neat that I don't know if you guys knew you could do, but there's the Dandy's World event sticker below Dandy's World. If you click on it, it actually tells you some extra secret sauce about what's coming to the next update. For example, you remember all those streams that we watched with Quell where she was drawing stickers? Well, boom. Major content update featuring the new sticker system. So now, players who are on console and whatnot are going to be able to communicate with each other because they couldn't before. Well, they could, but like, it's like typing on an iPad or a phone's like really, really difficult while still playing simultaneously. So like, now that's going to be great. But the thing that I'm most excited about is that it's actually official. It's actually real. Wait, what? You know that pipe dream that we had talked about for months? Literally months. People have been asking for floor varieties and new floor vents for, wait for it, 9 months! People have been asking for something more than a blackout for almost a year. Yes! Not only have people been asking for more floor vent types, but to all the extractors out there, there's a lot of machine fatigue. For example, Practice Owl is saying, is anyone else here starting to hate extracting? I think that is becoming too boring. This is a question for distractor mains who sometimes extract, but very rarely. So basically, yeah, people are like getting bored of just extracting one type of machine. For example, they're a distractor main who sometimes extracts, but they're slowly starting to hate it, and I started extracting less and less every day. There's even days where I fully went without extracting for the whole day. Like, I just extracted the entire day and that's it. And based off these comments, they said hopefully we get different machine types soon. Well, guys, you remember that little thing I popped up earlier? The thing that nobody's talking about? It's here. New machine type, new floor event. We're getting new machines. We're getting a new floor event type. Holy freaking cow. This is a content, not a dump. This isn't a content update. This is a content nuke. A major content update is literally an understatement. I'm talking about World War III type of update right now. However, it got me thinking, okay? Obviously, the stupid skeleton is going to be thinking about stuff, right? One thing that I noticed as well is Sprout Map. Boom. So we're getting Sprout Map. However, my friends, we got this sneak peek while I was in Vegas, not gambling. I was actually getting instructed. However, this sneak peek of the Sprout Map, and guys, do me a favor, and I think we can all tell, we all are, I think, seeing the same thing, I think. You see the red walls, you see in the pots and pans, you're seeing how it says Garden View Dining Section, right? Like, we're all seeing the same thing, right? And then on this thumbnail, right? What color are the walls? Oh yeah, they're white. It looks nothing like the Sprout update. But hold on, bear with me. Follow along. You guys remember the R&D update? You know this one, this graphic. What's up with the background? Do you notice something? Oh my God, yeah, that's the map that came out. The same update for the art studio. Hold on, bear with me. It gets even crazier. So you guys remember Blot's update? Well, here's the thumbnail for that. Oh wait, what's going on with the background? Oh wait, it's literally V's game show map. This isn't a coincidence. This isn't a thing that just happened on accident because, hold on, it gets even crazier. Do y'all remember the Connie update? Do you know what came out then? Do you know what the thumbnail was? So, do we notice something? Oh, it was Shelly optimizations. And what's in the background? Shelly's map! It's literally Shelly's map. They're all main maps that came out, besides for the art studio, but the other ones are. So my question is, gamers, if this is the leak of the Sprout map, if this is it, then what the heck's going on here? Because this is very clearly not Sprout's map. What I'm insinuating, what I'm finally getting to the bottom of, gamers, ladies and gentlemen, I think there's another map coming. I think we're getting 2 maps. I do. I really, really do. There is the argument. Hopeless, can't they just be adding this section to the art studio? And I would say yes. I would say that's a good counter argument. But my argument to that, why would you say that? No, I don't know. No, thank you. That's my defense. But no, really, I think there's going to be another map. That's not Sprout's map. I think we're getting 2 new maps. Oh, yeah, we're also getting new skins multiple optimized characters, and more. I don't know what ominous Where Waldo's wackiness means and more. Like what I said, once again, World War III of updates. And I mean that as a good thing. I really do. But obviously, what I think is sometimes stupid. Let me see what other people think. Best friend of the channel, Blue Bowie, said, I wonder if this is hinting about Brusha's twisted form. And honestly, crazy theory. So obviously this is the painting that Brusha's staring at in the new thumbnail. And we got some eyeball looking things. It kind of looks like a crab, maybe. But let's see. Do people think that this is insinuating what the new Twisted looks like? My prediction is that Twisted Brusha spawns warp points randomly throughout the map. You said what now? When she loses chase, she warps to one of the warp points. Twisteds can use the warp points to travel. When the elevator opens, all the Twisteds get warped to the warp points. This sounds... What? What? Imagine if she'll end up being a roamer. See, that's what I see. I could see her being a roamer. I think it's about her ability. Maybe she'll poison the Twisted? How are you gonna poison? Are they gonna die? Dude, are the Twisteds just gonna die? Who knows? Maybe we're in the new meta game. I don't freaking know. Either way, I always only look at like Reddit comments. I'm gonna look at your guys' YouTube comments. So May said, man, when I was making my analysis, I wasn't even thinking that the newspapers might have any meaning. I guess I assumed it was cover up things for protection from paint, which is totally valid, but they literally could just be there to collect paint, but I definitely think there's stuff on them. Newspapers in Daniel's World insinuate lore. I think there's going to be lore in these newspapers. I would like put it on my gravestone. I'm so confident in that. Brusha might be a main because in the pic, the background is probably her map, which isn't completely far-fetched. It's really not. There could be a chance that we're getting a new main, but just haven't gotten the hints about it. The one thing that also leads me to believe that is that the update's a week long. Like, I think there's a chance. Huge theory. Brusha and Blot are friends. Since Brusha paint with paint and Blot is an ink drop, Blot could have an extra ink and lend it to Brusha. Brusha changes the color of the ink and paints with it. Or, since there's newspaper on the ground, he could be a newspaper writer / painter and uses the ink to make them. I don't know about the theory, but I definitely think Blot and Brusha have some form of connection. Definitely do. There's no avoiding that at all. It also doesn't help that Blot's head quite literally looks like a paintbrush as well. This is also, I think, Goto's thumbnail, but you get it. And I've yapped quite a bit, but there's still more. What do you think the machine type floor vents and more will be? And there might be an unmentioned surprise. I think there is. It could be the toons combust under really? Emotes, please. I need to get started in the elevator. If emotes come out, if there is emotes somehow come out in this next update, I'll bake the Dandy's World cake. I'll bake a cake, I swear. I think of a new skill check instead, but if anything, I wonder if the new machine means featuring new skill check. Man, there's so many cool and interesting things. I could talk about this for hours, but I've somehow literally ran out of time. Comment down below what you guys think. There's literally so much coming to this update. I don't even know how to rationalize some of it. Literally, that's like half this video. Either way, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys again later.